Kapag ka ang isang tao ay inspired at motivated, it will have a positive impact in his job satisfaction and his total performance at work.
Forging exit.
So lead to inspire. Welcome to the Nobleminds. I am Norbie, and I am a consultant that specializes on people development, leadership development, and organizational development. As leaders, are you sensitive about how your people feel in the workplace? Do you make your people feel recognized and valued? Today, what I'd like to share with you are the 3 elements of a supportive workplace environment, which refers to the physical, the psychological, and the psychosocial work environment, which impact an individual's total satisfaction and job performance at work. So if you're going to look at it, yung physical environment, the psychological environment, and the psychosocial environment can impact the total satisfaction and job performance of a person at work. So if you're going to look at it, ano ba yung aspeto ng physical work environment? Yung feeling of safety and security. Physical environment could also mean the tangible objects that you see in the workplace. Yung workspace niya, yung lighting, yung ventilation, these are all part of the physical work environment, which is very important. The second one is the psychological environment. How do people feel about their situation? This could mean the feelings and emotions, the decision-making, empowerment, the attitude, the motivation of the people. So lahat ng ito nakaka-contribute on how people feel about the workplace. That's the second one, which is the psychological factor. And the third one is the psychosocial factor. It's about your relationship with other people in the organization. Kasi, ang sinasabi ng affective events theory, kung natatandaan ko, na nagre-react tayo to a certain situation in the workplace through our emotions. People react emotionally in a work setting. Kapag ka ang isang tao masaya, kapag ka ang isang tao ay inspired at motivated, it will have a positive impact in his job satisfaction and his total performance at work. On the other hand, kapag ang tao malungkot, may pinagdadaanan, hindi siya recognized, that will also affect his job satisfaction and his job performance. Therefore, pagka sinabi nating supportive work environment, having the 3 elements, the physical, the psychological, and the psychosocial, we also have to connect it with the affective events theory nang sinasabi nito na sa trabaho, lahat ng tao ay nagre-react to a certain condition or event in the workplace through emotions. So, may maganda or mapangit na nangyari, may mga situations or conditions in the organization na pwedeng naranasan ng tao, they react to it emotionally. If we put that in the context of the pandemic, for example, I think nung nagkaroon ng lockdown, biglang nagiwahiwalay yung mga tao, walang papasok. Pero yung feeling of uncertainty, so yung merong takot yung mga tao, I think that should have been addressed by many organizations. You have to be sensitive about the physical environment or the safety and security needs ng mga tao. Bakit? Kasi kung halimbawang gusto natin silang mag-perform ng maayos, so nag-work from home tayo, but there is no provision for the requirements that they need to perform better at home, like bigyan sila ng workstation, o kaya meron silang internet connection, o kaya meron silang laptop. All these things can contribute to how they perform from the work from home setting. So that can be part of the physical work environment. The second one, the psychological environment, during the time of the pandemic, parang importante na maramdaman ng bawat isa na natatakot ako, hindi ko alam kung anong mangyayari. But I think the organization, if the organization has found a way para mag-connect doon sa mga tao nila, na kumusta kayo, kumusta ang pamilya ninyo, meron ba kayong mga medyo hindi nararamdaman na maayos or what, kailangan nyo ba ng tulong? I think that's the kind of psychological support that these people need during the time of pandemic. The third one is the psychosocial work environment na kung saan yun dun sa punto na pandemic siya, pero connected pa rin siya doon sa point na even yung mga tao, yung magkakaibigan, yung magkakasama, nagkukumustahan sila, oy, mag-Zoom meeting naman tayo, gusto ko lang makita ko at marinig kung yung boses mo, makita yung mukha mo, kasi parang feeling ko, mas nababawasan yung problema ko pagka nagkita-kita tayo. In fact, natatakot ako. We don't know what's going to happen. Pero by just seeing each other online, pwedeng sa Zoom or whatever it is, na possible way para magkita-kita tayo virtually. So I think that can fall under the psychosocial work environment. So kung titingnan natin, yung psychological, the physical, the psychological, and the psychosocial work environment, ito yung mga bagay na nakaka-apekto sa job satisfaction at sa job performance ng mga empleyado. Kung walang maayos na ventilation, kung walang maayos na ilaw, hindi sila magpa-perform ng maayos kasi it affects them physically. Kapag hindi maganda yung relasyon ko, hindi ako tanggap ng mga tao na katrabaho ko, it will also affect them emotionally. Kapag walang teamwork, walang collaboration, walang coordination, it will also affect their performance. It will also affect their job satisfaction. So lahat ng to, kailangan maintindihan natin na magsama-sama yung mga elemento na ito para magkaroon ng supportive work environment. Now, if you're going to look at it, considering the supportive work environment pyramid, for example, if you juxtapose it with the idea of Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, na yung mga tao din, meron silang pangangailangan sa trabaho na dapat nating i-consider in relation to the workplace environment, the three elements. And I think there are really three needs that we have to fulfill, we have to give in the workplace. The first one is the safety and security needs. Safety and security needs could be the physiological, the security at work. Yung meron pa ba tayong trabahong babalikan? Yung meron pa ba, dahil pandemic, di natin alam. So, that's very important, the safety and security needs. Yung feeling na I'm sure may babalikan pa akong trabaho. Because pag nagtrabaho ako, meron akong sahod at yung sahod ko can provide for my needs or for the needs of my family. Now, in the workplace, how do you create an environment that people feel safe? I think you allow them to grow, you let them take risks. Or sometimes, pabayaan natin silang mag-fail at some point kasi it is only through failure that these people will learn or they can learn from their failures. So yung safety need is very, very important. The physiological, the security at work, and then yung giving them the opportunity to take a risk and fail, that is very important. The second one is belonging and attachment needs. Meaning to say, it refers to yung kanina sinabi natin, the psychological work environment, yung sinasabi ng belonging and attachment needs, yung connection with each other, yung feeling of togetherness, that we are all in this together. Yung pinararamdam mo sa tao na they belong, they are accepted. Hindi po pwedeng, oo, 10 kami, 9 kami okay, yung isa hindi okay. So that forms part of the psychological environment. And the third one, yung feeling of significance or yung tinatawag nating mattering needs, yung nararamdaman ng tao that they are important, that they have contributions, they are contributing to achieving the goal or the vision of the company. So yung mattering needs, it's really about making people feel that they are appreciated, that they are valued, and they are recognized. So tandaan natin, in creating a supportive workplace environment, there are 3 factors, the physical, the psychological, and the psychosocial environment. Pag tinignan din natin yung pyramid ni Abraham Maslow, makikita natin na yung tao, kailangan din nila, they have needs in the workplace, which could be the safety and security needs, the belonging or the attachment needs, and the significance or the mattering needs. The safety needs is about security at work. It's about allowing them to fail and to take risk. Belonging needs is about connection with others. It's about that feeling of being accepted and the feeling of togetherness. And the third one is the significance and mattering needs, the feeling of being appreciated, yung being recognized and being valued within the organization. And considering all these things, yung tanong sa atin ngayon bilang mga leaders, how do you create that supportive workplace environment which considers the three factors, the physical, the psychological, and the psychosocial needs, and at the same time, you consider the three needs of the people, the safety and security needs, the belonging and attachment needs, the significance and mattering needs. Now, when you try to put all these together, how do you create a supportive workplace environment? Number one, safety needs. You have to trust and respect people. I think yung feeling of safety, pag sinabi mo na, do whatever you think is right, you allow them to make decisions. You allow them to take actions. So, yung tao, pag binigyan ng pagkakataon to make a decision, yung tao kapag ka pinagkatiwalaan at nirespeto, I think you are providing and considering that particular safety needs that I am talking about. The second one, belongingness. It's about fairness. Treating everyone in the organization the same. Your treatment to everyone should be the same. So belonging needs can be seen in how you treat people. Walang favoritism, lahat pantay-pantay, everybody is valued, everybody receives the same kind of love, affection, recognition. That's fairness. And the third one is mattering needs. You have to listen. Why? Because when you listen, you make them feel that they are important. So, mattering needs is about what, for example, what they say really matters to you. What they say is something that you value. What they share, their ideas, can be of great importance in the decision-making process of the organization. And so I think as leaders, what you have to consider is that you have to behave in a way that will make your people feel safe, valued, and important. Let me repeat, as leaders, who has the capacity to create that supportive workplace environment, you have to behave in a way that will make your people feel safe, valued, they belong, and they are important. Creating a supportive workplace environment is the role of leaders in many organizations. If you know your context, if you know your people, if you know how they feel, if you know what they need, I believe that you can put all these ideas together to create a supportive workplace environment. Lahat tayo gusto na ang trabaho ay magaan, lahat ng tao may respeto, may pagmamahalan, meron recognition sa effort, sa galing, sa kakayahan. And at the same time, lahat tayo gusto natin yung workplace ay pantay-pantay ang pagtingin. Lahat tayo, anuman kulay mo, anuman yung itsura mo, at anuman yung characteristics mo, there is still synergy because you know that the environment is very safe for them to behave according to what they want as long as it is right, that the workplace environment would make them feel that they are valued and important, and the workplace environment is something that recognizes their efforts, their contribution, and their ideas. So as leaders, my question is, do you have a supportive workplace environment? If you think that you don't, can you now create a supportive workplace environment for your people? Because as leaders, you have the power to influence people, the power to influence the situation, the power to influence the context. And I think that the three elements of supportive workplace environment can be an impetus for you to redesign and engineer your organization, no matter how small or big it is, by considering the three elements of a supportive workplace environment. You are a leader, you know how you can influence the people around you, the environment, and the context. And with that, thank you very much for listening. And if you like what I have just shared, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us in our social media accounts. Again, thank you very much.